One was furious upon receiving your letter. Seized with anger, one set out to bring you to your senses. In truth, one had more than a few misgivings about your chosen partner. As an but soon, one came to appreciate the unwilling to begrudge someone of such, wishing to grant you a life without regret. As for how to deliver the medicine, after much contemplation, one eventually decided to perform the deed oneself. One took great care to alter one's features and select the appropriate attire, as one expected. One was quite torn.
Scatter!
Nevertheless, one would speak to you about another matter, if you are amenable, even considering your loss of memory. One was simply flabbergasted that you could so easily forget the consequences of consuming medicine infused with adeptal blood. Its proclivity to attract monsters is hardly that complicated of a concept to remember. To think that you tried to travel while weak from sickness and heavy with child. Had one not intervened to clear the fog, all of you would have been lost during the night.
Scatter! Skyward! Scatter! Skyward! Make way for the Adeptus! Skyward!
Those monsters would hardly have sad godly remains, in turn, were likely drawn to the trace of what one was, after all, an active participant in the Archon War. Some of the gods were likely shattered, but in the end, one was relieved to see you endure through the night. At the break of dawn, one heard an infant's cry pierce through the air. To see you happy. Now you should have a complete understanding of the events.
Wait, but if that's true, then the crane who took care of me when I was sick must also be...
Ah, one had almost neglected to recount the absurdities of that tale.
Skyward! Scatter! Scatter!
Just as you and I troubled one with her antics, so upon finding you burning with fever, one made plans to bring you back to one's abode for treatment. However, upon seeing one's form, you began to cry, refused. When one asked you why, apparently you believed that one could not possibly be a true Adeptus, because one had no choice but to apply powder to one's body to conceal the variegated nature of one's appearance. You became more than amenable enough when one stood before you devoid of any other coloring. It bears mentioning, however, that as a crane, you and I was nearly entirely pure. Perhaps... Now all... One owes you an apology. One has still, one could not reveal your identity right away. Memories are most meaningful when recalled by those...
Master, I must ask.
One has never when it is time for one's... 'Tis a refuge. One speaks, of course, of a place not unlike.
Thank you.
40 years ago, you. Fortunately, you were able to.
So,
One will help her.
she's gotta go back to being Master. I don't know how I could. Granny? Please don't leave, okay? Don't be sad, dear child. Granny has led a wonderful life. Don't forget to eat well. I promise, Granny. Good girl. Good. I won't stop and... That's a good girl. I'll eat well, Granny. I promise. And I'll live... That's a good girl. I'm so sorry, Master. You.
Let her be. At her age, crying is a natural, if not fitting Tears are a necessary part of maturity. Now that the issue has been resolved.
I always believed we would see each other again, that our days of separation would finally end, and all my troubles would be behind me. If only things could stay this way forever.
A nightmare? Curious. If you're relaxed, shouldn't your dreams be pleasant?
It was a good dream. It's just...
You weren't ready to wake up. Eloquent as one may be, words of comfort are not one's strong suit. You are doing all you can. One can see your strength of will, your fearlessness in the face of danger. And so, whatever your dream may be, one believes that you shall achieve it. Of course, whenever the perils you face overwhelm you, or you become weary, one is always here for you. After all, as an elder, it is only right to look out for the young ones.
chicken drumsticks.
Oh, Paimon wasn't talking to you. Paimon had a dream about eating grilled chicken drumsticks, that's all.
Madam Adeptus?
Oh, Shuyu, you're awake. How do you feel?
I feel a little better. Thanks. I know I'll see Granny again someday, so I don't feel so sad anymore. Madam Adeptus, could I ask you something? Would you take me in as a disciple?
Oh, and have you reasons for this sudden interest?
I know Granny thought what she did back then was wrong. She felt really bad about it. But without that mistake, I would have never been born. Even though Granny lost her memories, she never forgot to show me how much she loved me. So, I thought maybe one day I could become a cool Adeptus like you and help a whole bunch of people, just like Granny wanted to do.
Upon some reflection, one supposes you are no mere mortal. The fact that Yuendai's blood flows through your veins is proof enough of that. If this is what you desire, one shall make it so.
Thank you so much, Madam Adeptus. No, I mean, Master.
Shuyu, are you sure about this? Paimon's gonna let you in on a little secret. We've seen Cloud Retainer's 2 other disciples, and they pretty much eat nothing but bitter herbs like chinchin and violet grass. If you join them, you'll never enjoy Wanmin Restaurant's delicious cooking ever again.
How utterly preposterous. One has never enforced such a rule. Every individual must find their own path to enlightenment. So long as one retains a pureness of spirit, one's dietary proclivities are quite irrelevant.
Well, you say that, but Paimon's not seeing any tasty treats up here now, is she?
Although Mount Outsong is rich in natural beauty, its location does preclude access to certain finer mortal comforts. That is precisely why one plans to relocate to Liyue Harbor. Shu Yu shall have the honor of becoming one's first disciple in the human world.
Whoa, you're leaving Mount Outsong?
One has never yet in the end, all of one